is up, guys? It's TimeForDillon, back at it again with another crypto video. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are awesome. If you're new here, subscribe, bell icon, get notified when I post new videos because it's all time sensitive. Now, in today's video, what I want to do is I want to talk about three things. Number one, of course, I want to talk about the Twitter spaces that happened yesterday between Charles Hoskinson, Snoop Dogg, Champ Medici, and Clay Nation. There was an amazing turnout. Over 106,000 people have listened to this conversation so far, and it hasn't even been 24 hours. Those are big numbers for Cardano, so I'm super excited. And then after that, what I want to do is talk about one super valid reason why I'm so bullish on Cardano NFTs, and I really think Cardano will be the place for NFTs in the future. And then lastly, what I want to do is talk about 4 Metaverse projects that I'm extremely bullish on, namely because they're down over 50% from their all-time highs. And as we know, the Metaverse hype really hasn't even kicked in. So make sure you guys stay tuned until the end so you don't miss out on any of this important information. But the first thing we have to do, as always, is head on over to CoinMarketCap, take a look at the market, because guys, the market is down today. We're down 5.45% in the last 24 hours. Global crypto market cap sitting at $2.01 trillion. Of course, Bitcoin making this all possible. Thank you, Bitcoin. We really appreciate it. Down almost 5% on the day. When Bitcoin dumps, the market follows. Really sucks. Of course, Terra Luna has been acquiring Bitcoin over the last couple weeks because they're going to be using Bitcoin to back their stablecoin. So I do expect them to make future purchases, which of course will make the price go up because they're not purchasing over the counter. They're purchasing at the spot price, which is great for retail investors. Of course, time will tell. I just think it's interesting that Bitcoin and the market starts crashing when, of course, we have such hype around the Bitcoin Miami conference that's happening right now. Anyway, moving on along, of course, when Bitcoin dumps, the market follows. And that's why almost every single cryptocurrency is down today. Of course, you do have a couple exceptions to that as always, but as a whole, the market is down. Cardano sitting at $1.10, down 8.5% on the day. We never love to see it. However, if you're a long-term believer in Cardano, you're probably not too concerned because we are down roughly 60% from our all-time high. So there's a lot of potential upside. Of course, not financial advice. You guys do your own research. It's your money to lose, baby. Anyway, moving on to the first topic of today's video, the Twitter spaces. Now, if you guys manage to get into the spaces and listen along, I'm sure you guys were pleasantly surprised at the technical knowledge of Snoop Dogg. I know I was. He's very knowledgeable. He's a very smart guy. And I think a lot of people don't give him that credit because they think he's a rapper. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But please bear in mind, the dude has been in the studio since a very young age. He's been around computers. He's been around complex machinery. He knows what he's talking about. And the dude, just like Charles Hoskinson, is a total grinder. He's a hard worker, and he surrounds himself with brilliant people that probably give him a lot of good advice. Namely his son, who's highly into crypto, highly into NFTs. So really, I'm not too surprised. I'm just kind of pleasantly surprised at how smart the guy is. Very good for the space. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to see what's going to come with this future partnership between Clay Nation, Snoop Dogg, and of course, Champ Medici. Now, I did want to play this little clip from the conversation. You guys, of course, can head on over to the Clay Nation Twitter, listen to the whole conversation for yourself if you're interested. I highly recommend you guys do. But I've been noticing a lot of people tweet, who the F is Uncle Sam? I'm sure you guys probably want to know where that comes from. Well, this is where it comes from. Let me play it for you.
I got a serious question. It ain't got nothing to do with NFTs. It's just a question I hope some of you smart guys can trust and answer. Have any of you motherfuckers ever met Uncle Sam? And who the fuck is Uncle Sam? Because every time I get some money, this nigga shows up and he getting a piece of my money. And I'm sure he getting a piece of y'all money. I want to know who fucking Uncle is he? And who the fuck is he? Can someone answer that question? Who the fuck is Uncle Sam?
I do not know.
Every goddamn year when I pay my taxes, I ask myself that question too, man. Yeah, Uncle Sam not only takes, a fuck ton of money, prints a lot of money too. You see how much money has been printed the last 2 years? More than half the money in all circulation. Our debt's down $30 trillion. So not only does Uncle Sam rob me every year, we're fucking broke. We're in debt.
Love it. I love it. I love hearing Charles Hoskinson and Snoop Dogg talk. It's so crazy to think that these two GOATs are collaborating, and now we're in a space that we've been in for a long time. If you guys are into Cardano NFTs, you've been in the space for a while, we now have some big name individuals in the space ready to represent for Cardano, so I absolutely love it. Can't wait to see what's going to happen. Of course, Clay Nation's still up over 3x since the announcement. Now, I particularly was thinking that the price was going to dip down a little bit after this announcement because you know the whole thing, buy the rumor, sell the hype. That's really what I was anticipating. However, I'm very happy to see that the price is still up over 3x. Not only for the Genesis collection, but also for the Good Charlotte collection. Pushing that 1K floor once again. Gotta love it. Now moving on along to the second topic of today's video, my golden reason for why I think Cardano NFTs are here to stay and why I think it will be the future place of all NFTs, including these Ethereum NFTs. And this right here is the reason. So I'm sure you guys know Gary Vee. I know a lot of people look up to this guy for financial advice, crypto advice, NFT advice. The dude is a legend. Can't ignore that fact. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but he did hold a mint for the Vayner Sports. And what happened was a total, complete disaster. A total of 7,600 Ethereum, totaling $26 million was spent just on gas fees, failed gas fees, and the successful transactions. It's absolutely disgusting to think that so much money was spent on gas fees alone. And I just thought that this was hilarious right here. Miners right now. It's so true, it's so accurate, and really this is why I think that there's a huge flaw with Ethereum. Right now, miners, which hold up the network, are incentivized to do so. That's the reason why the network is alive and well. It's because of the miners. And Ethereum aims to switch from proof of work to proof of stake this summer. What do you think that's going to do to the network? It's going to take away the incentive for people to use Ethereum. But what do I know? I'm just a Cardano maximalist, right? Actually, my biggest bag is Ethereum, but shh, you guys don't need to know that. Who am I? Who am I? I just thought it was pretty crazy to think that so much money was spent on transactions alone. When to think if you would have just done this on the Cardano blockchain, each transaction would have been less than $1. It's a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. And with huge developments on the Cardano blockchain coming along this summer to improve throughput, to improve block size, to improve transaction speed, it really makes no sense not to look at Cardano. But of course, it's up to you guys. It's your money. You guys need to decide where to put it. I'm just some dude on the internet. But anyway, moving on along to the final topic of today's video, I wanted to talk about 4 separate metaverse type projects that I'm super bullish on, 2 of which are Cardano NFTs, and 2 of which are their own blockchains. Of course, we'll start with the Cardano NFTs, and number 1, I'm sure you guys already anticipated it, because if we're talking about metaverse projects, we're talking about Cardano, the first one that comes to mind always is Pavia. And the reason why is because this is the number 1 metaverse project on the Cardano blockchain. 26 million ADA volume. It's absolutely insane. And considering just a couple of months ago, the floor price for these Pavia land parcels was right around 1,000 ADA per parcel. We're down significantly, over 60%. Of course, Pavia right now, along with all these other metaverse projects, are still developing, still working, improving their products. So I still see a lot of potential upside for this project. Now, I'm sure you guys probably felt very bullish when the price was rallying for Pavia. Probably even thought about picking up a couple parcels. So I ask you, what has changed from then to now, other than the price? You're still bullish? Right now is the time to pick these up at a significant discount. But of course, not financial advice. Number 2, we got to talk about it, Cardano Terraforms. So I've been talking about this project for quite some time. I love the Cardano universe because it really reminds me of one of my favorite childhood games called RuneScape, which was an MMORPG where you're able to interact with the environment, mine, get that ore, smelt it, hit it over the anvil, turn it into a sword, go kill some monsters, cook that meat, and heal yourself. It's a total interactable world for those of you that might be a little younger than me, kind of like Minecraft. And that is kind of what Cardano is aiming to create. Now, of course, they also have a whole different aspect of the game with the Founders cards. It kind of reminds me of Magic the Gathering. But as you can see, the universe in the Cardano spectrum is vast. It's huge. And they're still developing to this day. Last week, we just had the rollout of the Prismatic Terraforms and the announcement of the resources, which of course will eventually be integrated into the Living Lands module. So I'm super excited on this project. Its all-time high was sitting just above 200 ADA per parcel. So we're down over 50% since then. Now, again, I ask you, if you were bullish on this project when it was at 200 ADA, nothing has changed except for massive updates to the infrastructure, massive updates to the ecosystem. Why not purchase it now at a discount? I personally think it's a no-brainer, but you guys need to do your own research. We have had massive adoption of Cardano NFTs over the last couple weeks, over the last couple months, and especially with the news of Snoop Dogg, Champ Medici, all these big name individuals coming onto the Cardano blockchain, specifically Cardano NFTs. I think eventually when we have this massive NFT bull run, which I think is definitely coming, it's just a matter of time, I think we're going to see a massive influx of new users into the space, which is going to make a lot of these projects catapult in price. So I'm super excited. And then of course the last two Metaverse projects that I wanted to talk about just really quick were Decentral and of course the Sandbox. Now, if you look at both of these projects, you will see that both of them are down significantly from their all-time highs. And to consider the fact that Metaverse wasn't even really ready to rumble at the time that these projects ran up so significantly in value, you really have to ask yourself the question, what is going to happen when these metaverses are fully functional and ready for mass adoption? I think it's a no-brainer. I think that the price is going to rally significantly. Now, I know a lot of individuals that started buying these projects right around the top. They were super excited. Like most individuals that are new to investing, you tend to buy when it's around the top or making new all-time highs. That's when the real FOMO hits in. But sometimes you just have to wait for a retracement. As long as the fundamentals remain the same, then it really makes sense to get into projects like this right now, when the price has retracted so significantly. But of course, you guys need to do your own due diligence, do your own research, come to your own conclusions. I'm just a dude on the internet that's telling you my game plan. So far it's worked for me. I've managed to turn just a couple hundred ADA into a couple thousand ADA. So I'm very excited about that. And you know what? Anybody can do this. You just have to have the right information, the right conviction, and hold true. But hey, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys made it this far, you guys are awesome. Make sure you guys smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be doing a pretty massive giveaway, so make sure you guys stay tuned. But you guys have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are. Dylan is out.